Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
So as you're listening to this podcast episode, sister, I am currently if you're listening to at least the day that it comes out, I'm in Orlando, Florida, at a business seminar with my husband called Funnel Hacking Live, and excited to be here, excited to be around. I think there's 3,000 tickets that were sold for this event, like huge. It's double than what it was last year when we attended in Dallas, Texas, and just a bunch of badass, hungry entrepreneurs that want to change the world. No big whoop, just a bunch of amazing people being around this energy. And what my husband and I have found to be true is that even as we run our businesses, mostly, from our home office, from his husband from his office space, online, right? Like virtually. That regardless, it is important for us to get out of town. Like, it is important for us to leave the space that we are in. There could be times too, we're just like, there's just so much going on. Like, we don't have to go to these things, but in some respect, like, it is like we do have to, right? It is part of expansion. It's part of us becoming better. It's part of us connecting with more people. Virtual is great. Online is great. I mean, Jesus, look, you're listening to this podcast right now. And for a lot of you, I've never met you. Most of you, I've never met you. 3,000 to 5,000 women listen to this podcast in 184 countries from around the world. I'm honored and grateful, and I'm thrilled that I have this platform called the interwebs that we can do this. And thank you, iTunes, for podcasts. However, it's a different experience when you're face to face. Not better or worse, different, right? And so what Ed and I have found to be true is that when we do things, when we invest in our business, and I'm going to give you another example as well too in a moment, not just from a business standpoint, but when we invest in our business in these things, and it's not just the dollars, like it's the time, it's the energy, it's all of this, everything always exponentially grows from there. Like, it's almost as if, and it doesn't even, we don't even have to go far. We don't have to go far. It could be, dinner with friends talking business, which is actually, that's a shitty example because we don't really tend to do that unless we're in a business seminar. But it could be something else where we don't have to go, because we're on the West Coast, all the way to East Coast, right to Florida, to make this shit happen. But it's necessary to leave the normal routine, the normal space, like to mix it up, right? To do something different, to get out of the routine that you normally have. The same way that women that come to my live events, the most recent one, the Evolution, the new one that'll be coming out in July, still to be named. We're calling it Women Wanting More Live right now, July 27th, 28th, 2018 in Victoria, BC, Canada. Save the fucking date, and you're going to see that tickets are available soon. They'll begin at early bird, so that's your time to jump in for the most savings and for you to bring another one with you that really wants to remember who you are after these 2 days. But when women come to these live events, they see it's like the value. They can even be in the sisterhood. I've had the sisterhood is a group coaching program that I created a year ago that was a way for women to have access to me at a very, very low entry amount compared to most of my group coaching and live event experiences. But yet, some of them, maybe they've done some of the work inside the sisterhood or not, but it's like they're kind of really maybe not that much further forward, or they're the same place, or they've fallen back. Why is that? Because when we are in that routine of our everyday life, it is different. It is harder to maintain, especially when you're doing it alone. And I would say so doing it all alone, then doing it alone, but, kind of together in a group, but virtually, that would be a little bit better, but still difficult. But when now you take the equation of husband and children and work business, and you take that completely out of the equation, well, now it's a different experience. Now it's a completely different experience to have that. And so let me give you a different example of this as well then too. Marriage. Okay, so date nights. I know some of you still want to tell me how you do date nights at home. I actually had a business approach myself and my husband, because we did a Facebook Live recently about date nights and talking about the importance of them and some of the objections that people have about having date nights. And it was this like, hey, by the way, we are doing this. My company is, to have a date night at home kind of thing. We bring stuff to you, and we'd love to have you try it out and give us a review. And by the way, if you own a business and you do blatant pitches like that before you even ask someone if they even fucking want it, it is spam. Don't do that shit. Because I was already turned off. But then the fact that it was like date night at home, that is not fucking date night. That's called lazy. That's called lazy. Date night, it's a requirement that you leave your home. You get out of the normal routine. You don't have, like, you're looking around at dirty clothes or dishes, or your kids. Like, you get out of your house. You were out of your regular space and environment, and you're in a new space. Why? Because that gives you the focus, the time, the connection for you two to be together, you and your husband. Or if you're a man listening, you and your wife. It doesn't happen in your home. Nope. And guess what? More so if you do an overnight date night. More so if it's a couple days or a week away. Like, you take that time away, and it'll be a different experience when you get out of town. Again, it doesn't have to be far. So when I say get out of town, I really mean like get out of your house. Maybe I was going to call this episode Get Out of Town. But we're going to call it Get Out of Your House. Get out of your house. It's necessary. The same way if I am working and creating and it's like things are just not really flowing and feeling kind of stuck, I'm going to get out and move my body, right? I'm going to get out of my house. I'm going to shift up the energy. I'm going to change things. And what inevitably happens if I now start doing something different, so I'm either like at the gym, I'm at the pool, I go for a walk along the beach, I take my dogs or not, like I'm shifting up the energy. I'm getting out of my house, my normal space, and I start to see the answers that I'm looking for. So here's your more tip for today, sister. Where do you need to get out of your house? Like, it could be something as simple as date night. You could be one of the couples. No judgment, but I'm going to call you the fuck out who are just like, oh, we're just going to sit home and watch a movie because the kids are in bed and it's easy and we're tired. No, bullshit. Like, where's it you need to get out of your house? Maybe it's something with your fitness. Like, maybe you're that, I work out at home kind of thing. But I'm telling you, I don't care how much of a badass that you are. When you are in your home, it's different. Like, it is different. And you most likely are going to have to get out of that environment or switch it up at home. Like, someone comes with you or you hire a trainer that trains you. Like, something where it's not the same old. You get out of your house, and that could mean that you actually stay in your house with the fitness example, but you're out of that normal routine, right? Or instead of your workout at home, you go and you run hills. You go for a walk. You go and do lunches outside. You like whatever. You go to the pool. You go to a yoga class. So where do you need to get out of your house to see things differently? And then I want you to share up this experience and what this was like for you. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to email me, drkaren@drkarenosram.com, and let me know what the experience was like for you. Now, a couple things as we finish up this episode. Number one, if you've not already heard, the Woman Wanting More store just launched on Monday, March the 19th. This is the opportunity for you to wear who you are. These are t-shirts, tanks, these are mugs, beanies, and hoodies that have a lot of the sayings, the things, the principles that I talk about here with Women Wanting More. For you to really show the world like what you believe in, to even spark the conversation, to remind yourself, for fuck's sakes, right? To remember who you are. Which, by the way, that's one of the shirts. Remember who you are. One of the tanks. One of the hoodies. So to be able to get your new Women Wanting More apparel, the Women Wanting More store, head over to shop.womenwantingmore.com and you'll see all the awesomeness inside there. Make sure to subscribe to the newsletter, which is over at drkarenosram.com. You're going to get VIP access to not only the newest products that come out with the Women Wanting More store, but you're going to also get some free gifts from me. So head over to drkarenosram.com/action guide, and I will send you those wonderful gifts, and you will get on the list so you don't miss a thing. And in addition, make sure to subscribe to the podcast. And please go ahead and leave me a review here on iTunes. 5-star review. Let's try not the hater reviews and help to bring more women into this movement. The Women Wanting More store is the first piece of that. I have something also exciting happening in the second quarter of 2018, and I will let you know as we get closer to that date. But in the meantime, head over to the Women Wanting More store, shop.womenwantingmore.com, grab a whole bunch of shit for you, your girlfriends, presents, and wear who you are, sister. 2018 is going to be a big year for Women Wanting More, and I'm thrilled that you're a part of it. So I will talk to you in the next episode. Life of More is just one step away from you doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosburn.com/newsletter.